Week 13 waiver wire show. What's good, everybody? This is your boy Anthony Blake Jr. back with another episode. Hey, I'm just trying to loosen up, trying to get crunk. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I'm a little bit up under the weather. My body's sore, nasal. I'm all over the place. Busy at the place of employment. But I'm still trying to pump out this content and make sure you guys are ready for playoff time to get you in there. Stay tuned to the end of the video. Got a quick message at the end. But let's go ahead and jump into this Week 13 waiver wire show. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Man, y'all be viewing the video, but you don't be pressing like. I be seeing the views, but I don't see the likes correlating with the viewership. Okay? Like, you could have clicked it. For the time, me just talking. Don't be watching the video without clicking it. Make me jump through the damn video screen on y'all. Let's get to some news real quick. Oh man, where can I start? Well, we know Daniel Jones is not going to be playing this week. They say he's not going to be playing against playing this week, so he's going to miss a week or so, probably just a week. So his availability won't be there this week. So whoever's playing against, I believe it's Miami, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Miami should give defense should be a good play. Pratt Freiermuth is in the concussion protocol. Mark Cooper is expected to week 13. J.D. McKissic's probably going to miss some time with a hit that happened. Got carted off. That was tough, but that's going to help you Gibson owners. Deebo Samuel is going to be out for 1 to 2 weeks. That sucks for my Niners. Got a little groin issue, so we'll see what happens. It's a report that Ezekiel Elliott they're gonna be asked to scale him back some, but of course Jerry Jones comes out and says, "Oh, he's gonna get a full workload." Listen, Thursday night against the Saints. Let me tell you something. I have Pollard. I'm gonna play Pollard. Look, Zeke's slow, Zeke old, and I don't think he's fast enough to do anything with the Saints. It might be a slow game because Saints also they have offensive scoring problems, so that might help the fact that they won't be getting boat raced, but so that may help Zeke's cause, but I just don't believe in Zeke. Alvin Kamara, he was a limited participant in practice, so it looked like he might be back. Mark Ingram practicing full though, and tight end Waller is week to week. We'll talk about some of the other ones as we go through the list, all right? All right, so here we go. Let's just start with the quarterbacks. QBs. Man, I am not feeling well, guys, but bear with me. All right, first thing let's just address this real quick. Let's go Trevor Siemian. No, sorry, Taysom Hill. Sorry about that. I'm tripping hard. See? Taysom Hill. Now listen, he hasn't been declared the QB yet for Thursday night. It's supposed to happen today, Wednesday, but as I'm recording this, it hasn't been announced yet. He does have rushing upside. He's just got a good contract, so I'm probably sure he's gonna want to make do with that. I think they want to see what he offered the rest of the season, rest of the way through. They're on New Orleans Saints is on a 4-game losing streak, so I don't see them being like, hey, we got to keep Trevor Siemian in to see. They already know what Siemian is. So they got to see what Taysom Hill is to see if they need to bring in competition or not for the next year. So he's a good pick. Mind you, if you don't have any better options. I remind you, the teams that are on bye are the Packers, Browns, Titans, and Panthers. Packers, Browns, Titans, and Panthers. So let's go to number 2. Oh man, I don't know how comfortable I feel writing this dude down, but I'm gonna write him down anyway. Now I'm gonna save him for third, but I'm gonna go ahead and put this guy right here for second. Tua plays against the Giants this week. Giants, and their QB's not gonna play. Tua has been very efficient. Tua been scoring 20-some points. He may be getting a wide receiver back. He has Waddle over there. He got a tight end. Everything seems to be working. The defense is doing well. Tua, and actually Tua should be number one, but I believe Tua might be picked up in a lot more leagues, obviously, than Taysom Hill. But nevertheless, you should have better options. You know, Cam starting quarterback, Baker Mayfield. You're probably not starting Titans QB, and Aaron Rodgers was the only one of significance that has a bye. So, but Tua, great streaming option this week, playing against the Giants. Number 3, I really don't want to say this, but he had a good game and scored 23 points. He's been playing like trash, but he's playing against my Niners this coming week 13, and I think he might be able to shake something. And this might be his best game yet. I'm going to go ahead and put him out there. The run game is crap. It's only, but I'm going to go ahead and put him up here. Remember, I put him up here. Russell Wilson. I know. I'm not saying play Russell Wilson. I'm saying if you don't have any better options, he's somebody you can play. Debo's not playing for San Fran. San Fran might be a little, less potent on offense. I'm sure we will be without him. So, and if Russell's going to throw as inaccurate as he's been, but they don't have a run game, he may actually be a good play, okay? So Russell Wilson, they're your QBs for this week. I wouldn't advise anybody else. So anybody else, if you don't want any of those guys, play who on your squad, okay? There's a reason why you had these guys on your squad. There's a reason why you drafted them. So let's not chump out now when it's playoff time. Everybody's tripping. We're going to get to the running backs in a minute. Everybody's tripping over the running backs. But if you employ my reasoning and my logic, you should have a boatload of running backs. Boatload. Okay? This fantasy thing is really, it was a bucket list thing for me. And actually today, or yesterday, listen, it ain't my dream to be a fantasy YouTuber, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. Like I said, it was a bucket list thing to me. But I'm committed to do another season. But it's going to be less shenanigans. And again, I'm going to talk about that a little bit later. Because I want people to really dive in and embrace the system and trust the system to be able to reap the rewards. All right, so let's go to running backs. Everybody's crying about running backs. Oh, Christian McCaffrey's down. Oh, Madison's down. You wouldn't be having these problems. For one thing, if you hadn't drafted those two, and if you did, you'd have the cup already, so we don't need to whine and complain about it. All these rest of these knuckleheads out there, all these other fantasy football platforms, even the best one, crying about, oh, my CMC's lost. Oh, my dumb. Dude, you should have cuffed him. You sit up here all year long and talking about, oh, I don't want to waste a spot on a cuff. I was just sitting on my bench. Durr. Now you're crying. Not to knock them, but I love the guys, but I'm just saying, their reasoning is flawed as hell. It ain't just, those guys, CMC, Dalvin, they're not just regular freaking guys. There's a high profile in a great system, highly utilized freaking handcuffs for those guys. Then you want to go crying about it because they're hurt because you want to put 16,000 freaking wide receivers on your freaking team. I'm gonna go with blue. Go with blue now. Stop dealing with that damn pig. All right. First, Alexander Madison. No brainer, right? And my main league that I'm in, the Brandin Cooks owner has Madison. That's in my league of record. You want to know why? Because that league's been in existence since 2001. And they know better when they have Dalvin, they got to have it Madison. So they pick him fairly early before people start undercutting him in the draft. He's not whining about not having Dalvin. Madison plays against Detroit. He should eat and eat plentifully. Let's move along. Number 2. Let's go Jamaal Williams. All right, he's got a tough matchup. They play against Minnesota, but he should get volume. Volume. Like that old boy from Pittsburgh volume. You know, be having brain fart, so I'm not going to sit up here. Y'all know who I'm talking about. That dude, you know what I'm saying? So he's going to get volume. Old boy ain't going to play. You know what I'm saying? I think he's going to, you know, the coach said he see it hard for him to play this week because when he got his shoulder laid down upon Swift on Thanksgiving it was. So yeah, Jamaal Williams should be a great volume play, even if they do play against Minnesota. He should be catching, receiving. He should be doing a lot of Lamonting. You guys probably don't know what Lamonting is because that's before your time. All right. I'll explain it at a later date if you remind me. Next, we're going to go with Chuba Hubbard. All right, now, Hubbard, a fine play. He's off this week. Comes back week 14. One of my main rival has Hubbard. Was he a CMC owner? No. But he undercut and picked Hubbard like in the 9th round because he knew, just like I knew, that CMC was going to glass out. So he might play in week 14 when he plays me. I don't care. Cam's there. He's going to eat up all that doggone goal line stuff. So it's fine. I don't care if he played Chuba, but nevertheless, he got a bye week, plays Atlanta, he got some tough matchups after that. But yet again, he's still going to be the number one guy, even though they do have, they had a one guy there that came in, can't think of his name, he's from Detroit. He came there, he's going to be getting some work in like a receiving down guy with behind Chuba Hubbard. But nevertheless, we'll see how that team operates as Cameron Newton goes. Chuba Hubbard, number 3. Number 4, Sony Michel. I want to call him Sony Michael so bad. Anyway, Henderson's, he's out. Most likely out. He got a quad strain. He has a quad strain. He's Henderson, man. We already knew he was a backup from the first place. I wonder how the starting back's going to do next year. Coming back there. That's going to be interesting to see how that works out. But he'll probably be limited the whole week, Henderson. He might play, though, so there's no word on that yet. That's why Sony's at number 4. Number 5. But if he doesn't play, Sony Michel, being the lead back in a high impact offense should be a great play. And let's go Matt Breida. Listen, dude scored again. Not a great day. Maybe about 12, 13, 14 fantasy points, depending on what league you're playing in. But he's solid as well. These guys might be picked up, might not be picked up. Listen, at this point in time in your draft, let me tell you something. This is my motto. Try to breeze through this and make the video not that long. It's like, how do you want to lay down? Do you want to fall down on your sword? Lay it all down on your sword. Do you want to pick up a guy now you might need to pick up a Breida or Sony Michel to play because you didn't implore backing up your running backs, cut for your running backs. But let's say if it's wide receiver or something, do you want to go out on the guy that you like that's supposed to be a starter, even if he's playing against a bad matchup, or picking up some free agent, that may or may not produce? It come a time when you just got to go and play your guys. I'm that type of person, so it is what it is. So make sure, if you got any questions, always make sure to jump into the previous video, most recent video, and shoot me a question and I'll answer it as soon as I can. All right, on to wide. Okay, already got the wide receivers behind me. Bam, here we go. First, Brandin Ayuk. Got to have him first, so that he might not be available. But with Deebo Samuel missing 1 to 2 weeks, he should be the de facto. This is his time to shine, Mr. Ayuko. All right? So hopefully he does well for Madison. We need him. We need that old, you want to do a little jumpy? Want to jump over somebody? You might do another highlight reel. Because again, that's all these wide receivers do is they do highlight stuff, and it sticks with them forever. Odell Beckham. He been living off that catch for the longest. And you always see Brandin Ayuk. Whenever you see Sunday night, Monday Night Football, what do you see Brandin Ayuk jump on? He could have been in the doghouse all year long with Shanahan, and you kept seeing that highlight. They live off these 1 or 2 highlights. Hopefully he comes through and he act like that person again. Van Jefferson, high octane offense. He might not be available. Check the wire if you need a wide receiver. He's not going to get a lot of targets. He's very efficient with his targets. He gets downfield. After Cup, I believe he's the next targeted. I don't believe in Odell Beckham like that. He scored a touchdown. Both of them had similar points, but they were trailing the whole time, so they were having to throw. Deshaun Jackson, he's starting now, and they look good. He actually has Deshaun Jackson actually in a nice spot. Very nice spot this week. He could probably be as high as number 2. Maybe number 1 because of his ability, to be totally honest with you. But it's a risk. It's a risky because, you know, the quarterback for Raiders, he's the number 1. He lead the league in passing yards. And with the tight end going down, Darren Waller being week to week, Hunter Renfrow probably had the most targets, but D Jax will probably be right there next to him. So this could be a nice week for him. Nice week. D Jackson, I'm sure he's available. Don't sleep on D. He's probably a great daily ad in DraftKings or any type of FanDuel you're playing in. Don't freaking pick him, Joy. Shouldn't have told you that. You're probably going to put him on your team. Sorry about that. That was just a little something. Kendrick Bourne, man, look, he's the best wide receiver over there in the Pats, at the Patriots. He gets the touchdowns. The tight end hasn't been scoring as much. The quarterback's playing very efficiently. He takes what the team gives him. And I liked him when he was with my Niners. The dude is hella good. He knows how to separate. He knows how to run routes real good. He's great in the end zone. He's finally coming to his own. And even though they play Buffalo, he might still be a great player if you need him at wide receiver or a flex, because Buffalo's without Tre'Davious White. He's done for the year, and it might just be a shootout. So if Buffalo's scoring, they're going to have to keep up, and Kendrick Bourne should get a lot of work. Thing is, they got multiple receivers over there, so it could easily be a dead game for him as well. Number 5, Josh Reynolds. All right, Detroit wide receiver. I think he's the number 1 over there. He's the only one that got a rapport with the wide receiver, Goff, because they played the Rams together. And it's been showing the last few weeks or whatever. So Josh Reynolds, if that's a deep play, but it could pay off. It could pay off. I can't say I would never use Josh Reynolds, man, because there's some funky stuff going over there in Seattle. But again, I'm going to fall on my sword. I'm not going to be like, oh, I benched somebody and then played Josh Reynolds and that person blew up. No. I can sleep in off season knowing I played my guy. But nevertheless, if you're not in that situation, Josh Reynolds is a good play. Let's go to tight ends. All right, we're at the tight ends. Now, the tight end portion. The football kind. That's not mine. That's come from the headliners, not me. But I always like when they say that at first. It's kind of old now, though. Nevertheless, here it is. Tight ends, 1, 2, 3. 4. Just thought of one. I'm putting them back on the list because I like him. Number 1 for this week, because he's week to week, Foster Moreau for the Raiders. You know, Darren Waller's out. That's a tight end based type throwing team. When Waller was out earlier, the guy had a handful of catches or something like that and a touchdown. He's actually been scoring sometimes when Waller was in. Foster Moreau is a great play in addition and play. If you have Waller, scoop him up for insurance. But if you don't, if you need a tight end or up your tight end, he's a great play for this week. Again, the quarterback has the most passing yards in the league, Carr, so don't be afraid of that. And number 2, let's go with Gerald Everett. Never thought I'd be writing him up here, but Russell just wanted to throw it to Gerald Everett freaking 30 times a game. 30 freaking, you get with my point. He just want to throw it to him. It seemed like he want to make the safe throws, like he don't want to throw it downfield or to the sidelines because it's going to go 10 feet over somebody's freaking head. Scrub, dude. Boy, I swear to God. But Gerald Everett plays against the Niners this week. Number 3, I'm going to put it up here because I like him. Put him here. Cole Kmet. You know. It's only 2 people get the targets over there. Okay? It's the wide receiver, and it's him. The wide receiver, and then him. Not Robinson, because he glass and he shot out, and we've seen the best of him. Talking about it's going to be Mooney or Kmet. All right? Now, Kmet probably ain't going to catch no touchdowns because they like to feed old Jimmy, bring his doggone old sure-handed freaking touchdown red zone behind catching it up. But this dude's been solid, Cole Kmet. Number 4 is Jack Doyle. Look, this is a desperation play. They were up, but they were throwing seam routes and stuff to him, and they were like pushing it down the field. So I don't think he'll shake nothing this week, but he might. They play against Indianapolis Colts, play against Tennessee, play against Houston, and I just see that guy running all over Houston, just like Derek Houston. Damn, Derrick Henry used to run all over him. So I think it's gonna be that type of game, but because Wentz always got to be cute. They was up the whole game last week, and I'm vent real quick. They was up the whole game, and Jonathan Taylor only had I think he had 20, maybe 21. No, he had over 20 this time. But he had 8 rushes in the first half, and didn't have no rush in the third quarter. Because Wentz want to get cute and make the game about him. No, Wentz. Somebody tell Wentz no. Give it to the number 1 running back in the league, Jonathan Taylor. Who the one said he should have put him as high as number 3 on the list? Yours truly. There you go, Jack Doyle. Let's go to defenses real quick. Bam, here go your defenses. Minnesota Vikings play against Detroit. They should have a nice game. I don't see Detroit running up the points on them. Dolphins against the Giants. Really, Dolphins should be first. Okay? But either or, just know that. Man, when they get this close, you're pulling hairs, really, All these are great matchups. Minnesota versus Detroit. Dolphins versus Giants without their starting quarterback, in which that wouldn't have mattered because their wide receivers are freaking all glass and hurt. And their main quarterback's is full of apple turnovers and prone to freaking throw the game away. And the Colts versus the Texans. Those are some prime matchups. You got any of those 3? Go get them, please. All right? That was your defense right there. And remember, because the Colts played against Tampa Bay last week, they probably dropped the Colts. So your Colts might be out there for this week. All right, real quick, another bonus. We never really talk about this much, but because it's all opportunistic, you got the greatest kicker in the world, but if he doesn't get the chance to kick no field goals, you're not going to have that many opportunities in. You might just end up kicking extra points all day. They might score 35 freaking points, and you end up with 5 freaking points. Now, what's that about, Is that right? No? Yeah, that's right. Okay. Now, the only person I'm going to put here, number 1, he's been kicking his ass off, and that's McPherson. And that's Cincinnati's kicker. Cincinnati has been on a roll. This dude's had 12 and 17 points the last 2 weeks. So if your quarterback, if your kicker's not accurate, try to go snatch him up. Can't be leaving points on the table, getting a kicker that's going to give you 5 and 6. Try to attach yourself to a high-scoring offense. You know what I'm saying, or whatever. So that's going to give you opportunities to get double-digit kicker points by having a kicker giving you 3 and 4. You can lose that way. Bad. Arizona's finally, if you can, for everybody that had Arizona kicker and dropped them, you can probably go back and get Arizona's kicker because the playmakers, Crybaby Murray, that don't want to play without Hopkins, is coming back. So the kicker might be worth something now. So just remember that. You can always go back and look for that. All right, so that's the waiver wire show for this week. Hey, check this out. I want to let you guys know, quick little tidbit. Again, okay, I committed for next season. Because, you know, look, I want to do it. I want to continue to do it. But there's a negative part to come to it, along with the rest of this year. As you can see, the last week, I didn't do a ham and egger. Because let me tell you something. For one, I'm a one-man show around here. For two, things have just been hella busy. And for three, you know, it takes time, you know. And I'm not done with the ham and egger. I know a lot of people like the ham and egger, but I'm going to trim the fat on it, okay? And I may not do it every week, so it's going to pop up as a nice little surprise, a little bonus for you. You know, so but I'm going to have to fit it in because I know you guys like I'm going to fit it in, but I'm going to trim the fat on it so it's not prolonged, okay? Because I never did intended to be 10, 12, 15 minutes and stuff. But y'all know how I get when I'm getting on my rants. All right, so, But right now, I may employ it, might do a few more towards the end of the season and stuff in the playoff time. But for right now, for sure, I'm in the business of making sure I give out this content to get playoff wins because it's that time of the year. It's week 13. Ain't no time to be playing around. Ain't no time to be putting doggone chef hats on around here. We're trying to get these wins. You know, so that's what we're gonna do. Just want to let you guys know that. It's not done for good. Just putting it on the back burner and I'll bring it out from time to time. So it'll be a nice little bonus whenever you get it. Please, ladies and gentlemen, like, comment, and subscribe. Flawless Fantasy Football. Jump in the comments. Holla at your boy. And I'll be sending you another video about what my teams did this past week. Spoiler alert. For the third straight week, I ain't lose. Nevertheless, talk to you later. Have a great day. Holla at your boy, Flawless Fantasy Football.